That just felt like, I don't know, we were in like a play or something. We just watched a ballet.
I liked it.
It was kind of peaceful, right?
It was very.
Well, peace, love, and positive vibes to y'all out there. Welcome to another episode of Monotfahme. It's Monotfahme Monday. Welcome back, y'all. You know, we're doing a healing series recently. So today we're going to continue with the healing series, and we're talking about what we put in our bodies today. So I have a really dope guest, my special guest today, Jewel. She is with me. She's with well, she can tell you a little bit more about what she does, and yeah, she's going to teach us a little bit about kind of taking better care of self from the inside and what we put in our bodies and how it affects us. So Jewel, welcome to Not For Me. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do and who are you?
Well, thank you. My name is Jewel. I am the owner and founder of Alkaline Academy. I started a school about 3 years ago. I've been doing Alkaline Academy stuff for about 7 years, though. Hey, y'all. And I actually started due to my own health reasons. So I actually have had 13 surgeries, which something that still bothers me, even being alkaline. I've had a condition called spina bifida. It actually was supposed to paralyze me, and it does affect how I breathe, just due to how my spine is.
Mm,
So I have to like really concentrate on breathing correctly. And that's something that healing is very important, is breathing correctly.
mm,
So alkaline is about oxygenating the body. So you also want to worry about eating better and breathing right. Um, my last surgery, I was in a coma and I had a breathing machine. So I had to learn how to rebreathe, like redo everything, brush my teeth, talk, all of that. So I've spent about the last 6 years just teaching myself how to breathe correctly. By eating alkaline, it's taken off the pressure off of my system. So I've been able to, instead of my body focusing so much on digesting food, it's been able to heal from the inside.
right.
So I do also have one kidney, so that has been a problem just healing. It just takes more time for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I still detox, and you see a lot my face breaking out. When we have kidney issues or one kidney, it does more work because that's filtering everything out.
Right.
So even with me being on medication for 26 years, I know for a fact it takes 7 years for the whole body to regenerate in a
Right.
sense.
Mm-hmm. Recreate
So
itself.
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of in my 6 year, so I've noticed that just my organs are better. I actually used to do something called catheterizing, which is not urinating on your own. You use like a little like tube to kind of urinate. I did that for 26 years. And I just got tired of it. It just got to a point where it was making me sicker. I wanted an
Mm.
outlet. So I kind of worked on my pelvic muscles and my core, and that kind of gave me the freedom to not have to use that anymore.
Oh wow,
So
that's dope.
yeah, it's kind of a long story. It's that's just part of the story. Uh, I had colon cancer as well, and that is the main thing that made me go alkaline. So I developed colon cancer, and after a whole year of going to every hospital in Minneapolis, going to the Mayo Clinic, finally I was diagnosed with colon cancer. Going to a specialist, and by then it was progressed to like stage 3.
Mm.
So I already had previous surgeries on my colon. I had a colostomy bag when I was younger, and about 2 or 3 other surgeries on my colon already. So I really was not. not doing too well in the colon area on top of
Right.
eating like heavy meats.
Mm.
So I was really constipated. And I had a friend that was a nurse. She was like, "You should fast." And I'm like, "What?" I've
Yeah.
never, I've heard about Daniel fasting, but I never, she was like, "Fast for 21 days." And I'm like, "What?" So then I started researching more and I actually found Dr. Sebi. Um, he really kind of taught me as much as he could before he passed away, which was not too long. And then I actually fasted. After I fasted for the 21 days, I had only drank 5 green juices during them 21 days. I've took a lot of tea. I had sea moss. But it was really more of like a spiritual journey for me. During this time, not only did I just fast from food, I fasted for a lot of the people that were around me.
Mm-hmm.
My job, everything changed. Like I was this materialistic person that was all about shoes and clothes and my appearance, and during that like journey I changed. So after that, not only from the inside I was clean, but from the outside on an emotional level.
Right.
Um so I believe also then like I fasted on that 21 days. I went out with friends and they were eating like feasts. So they were ordering chicken and um just everything mucus and dairy filled in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'll have a glass of water and they're just looking at me like, "You're not
What's
gonna eat nothing?"
right? What's wrong with you?
And they know though. I explained to them and I had everybody looking at me weird. And Dr. CB, he wasn't into the alkaline water, but at this time I was drinking a lot of spring water.
Mm.
And
So
I
tap
started
water,
to
basically.
basically, yes,
It's
yes,
municipal water from wherever it's bottled at.
exactly. And I started researching more on, what's in the water, why am I still not feeling good? And I really figured out the plastic and my one kidney was
Ooh,
not, they weren't doing too well together. So I found an alkaline water machine that I love to use. It's called a Kagan machine. It's actually a medical grade water system.
I'm about to make
And
some notes. I hope y'all got your pens out and making notes. Cause hold on, give me a second. Let me just.
so not only does it save on
Is that what you
plastic,
said?
Kagan,
Mm-hmm.
Kagen, and it takes all the fluoride out of the water, the plastic. It replaced my shampoo. It replaced my cleaners in my house. It
Yes.
also replaced like laundry detergent. Um, and really hand
Yes.
sanitizer when COVID started. Don't tell anybody, but I was spraying the water at people when it first
Back.
started.
That's holy water, y'all.
I swear, but it kills a lot of germs. So it just really changed my
Wow.
life with that. So Dr. CB, he didn't really get a chance to get into more of really like deeper science with that. He gave us what he had access to and he knew
Right.
that we had access to,
Right.
even on all type of income levels. So he really changed the game when he let that be known. In 1930, there was a doctor called Wahlberg. He actually was awarded the Nobel Prize for finding the cure to cancer. Yeah, so they nobody tells you about that, but that was in
I've read a few
1930.
studies on cures for cancer, natural cures for cancer. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
There's real cures out there. I mean, ones that I've read studies on. Vitamin C given intravenously, 20,000, 30,000 milligrams. Vitamin C does not hurt you. So, but it does it does hurt cancer.
Yep. Yep.
And changing your diet, getting rid of casein in your diet, getting rid of animal products in your diet, can totally like stop and then flip you back and start killing that shit. So
Definitely.
yeah, that's major.
Also, soursop, that was a big important herb in my healing.
Sour
Soursop was
sop.
one of the go-to herbs because it blocked like the pain receptors I had as well.
Mm,
So, just with the cancer detoxing, you're gonna feel a lot of just detoxing symptoms. I
mm.
talk about that in my book, titled "Acidic to Alkaline," and you can find that on my website at www.alkacademy.com. I just I really broke it down differently. I broke it down so like through days. So 1 through 15, I break it down like what I experienced as far as like nasal dripping, coughing. You really feel like you might die in a sense, depending on how toxic your system is. And you can really test your pH level by your saliva and your pee. They
Mm.
have like tests at like local food stores. You can get
You
them
could just
at.
get litmus paper, couldn't you? Just get litmus paper.
Yep, you can do that as well. Yep, yep, yep. And I've tested myself every now and then, just because I actually try vegan food.
Yeah.
I like to support people too, because I believe eating vegan, even if you're sick, is better than eating animal products.
Hmm.
So I support if you can't go all the way alkaline, at least step down and go vegan first, and then ease your way into eating alkaline. Unless you're very ill and you need to fast, and that's something you need to do. Because fasting, it won't kill you, it will just take you through the detox symptoms. So you should be able to walk at least 15 minutes before you fast. So if you're not strong enough to walk for 15 minutes straight,
Mm,
then you should not be fasting at all.
I see.
Like no type of fast, just because your body has to be strong enough to get through that. So,
Right.
but
Oh, so we got some questions going on here. It looks like. Let me see here. Peace to everybody. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's nice to see all of you. Peace, love, and positive vibes to you guys. Crystal says, "What kind of things do you eat nowadays? If you don't mind me asking, I'm familiar with the alkaline diet."
well, now it's winter, so I eat a lot of squash.
Mm,
I eat a lot of quinoa.
I love
Um,
quinoa.
I'm like a repetitive eater, so I don't have a problem with eating the same things. I've just trained my body to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because in 2019, I actually ate raw for 104 days.
Mm,
So now like I eat a lot of squash, quinoa, wild rice, and then excuse me, I actually make an alkaline patty. It's very simple. I'll throw like a half a cup of chickpea flour in there, handful of dandelion greens, about a handful of chickpeas, season it with some alkaline seasoning, and then just kind of put it in a food processor and you shape it and throw it on the grill. So it's not too hard. Not too
hmm.
hard.
I
Um,
love chickpeas. I'm like in love with them. They're so good in salad. Like they add so much to a salad. Like you'd be surprised. Well, you wouldn't be, but they out there might be surprised. Like them chickpeas are on point.
they
Garbanzo
definitely,
beans, if you guys don't know, chickpeas
yes,
are the
yes,
same, guys.
yes. Um, other
So,
thing, you always want to get a green in there. So
okay.
any type of green, one green a day. So if you're doing kale, dandelion, put it in a smoothie. But
Hmm.
you want to get your blood moving, and that's what greens do. Get your
Oh,
blood
okay.
moving. So
I see. Okay. Okay. So make sure you guys get your greens in there. And I did a raw diet too, 2014 for like a little while. I don't think I did 100 and some days. I think I did like 30 days. But man, I found some really good, like some really yummy food. Like I made these tacos and they were made out of like walnut. You grind up the walnut so it's small, and then I don't remember exactly what all went with the walnut, but it literally almost looked like taco meat.
Mhm.
And then they had us, the recipe called for like collard green leaves as the taco shell. Man, that was so fire. That was my favorite thing that I ate, I think, that when I did the raw diet. But raw is, I could do it. See, I could do stuff like that. I love vegetables, and I'm like you, like I could eat, like I could literally eat things at least a few days in a row. And I like squash too. That's such a good soup. It's one of my favorite soups is squash with quinoa in it.
Yeah.
Or like I like this, I have this carrot. I don't know, are beans part of alkaline? Can you eat beans?
Just chickpeas. The
Only
other
chick.
beans, they're not. But if you're vegan, like I said, it's better
Yeah.
than eating animals. So
Right. Okay. Well, this is like a white bean, like a navy bean or something, and carrots. And
it's not bad.
yeah, it's pretty yummy. Coconut
That's not
milk.
bad. You're gonna have to swap the recipe. I love to learn other
Oh,
recipes.
yeah, I guess you could change the white bean to a chickpea. Why couldn't you?
You could, definitely.
Yeah, seriously. That's bomb. I might have to try it with chickpeas.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me know.
So when you said alkaline seasoning, is there like certain like seasonings that we're using that are in our cupboards right now that are actually hurting us? I mean, I know that there's mixtures of seasonings, but even when we look at like onion powder, garlic powder, just basic, is there seasonings right now that we have in our cupboards we should be looking out for? Like,
Well, all of them aren't alkaline, but everything you use it in moderation.
right.
So garlic is actually acidic. Everybody loves garlic powder, but
Mm-hmm.
it is 3.5 on the pH scale.
Okay.
So you don't want to use that unless it's an emergency. So it's
Oh
more used
shit.
like an
So is there a difference
antibiotic.
between the garlic powder and the garlic itself? If it was like if you took a garlic clove and diced it up?
No, they're both you just want
Okay.
to use it like emergency purposes. So it's more like a antibiotic type thing.
Oh, so it should be used actually for it's like it is an antiseptic, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. So you don't
Okay.
want to use it for long periods of time. Some people put garlic powder on everything, but
Everything.
it kind of eats up your cells, so you don't want to do that too much.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Garlic, watch out. So, can you tell us, because you said it's 3.5 on the scale, can you tell us what's alkaline and what's acidic on the scale for people that don't know? Because there's a lot of people I'm sure that don't.
Okay, well, so there's a scale from 1 to 10. The human body it roughly runs around a 7.4. That's a healthy alkaline system. The blood is about 6.2. So you always want the blood to be a little acidic, just due to it transporting everything. So it
Mm,
will always be a little acidic.
okay.
But you want the rest of the system about a 7.4. That's a healthy alkaline system.
Nice. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
That's what's up. So, the lower you go, the more acidic it is, then.
Yes.
Okay.
And how I learned it is colors.
Okay.
So if you think about like fruits on a color scale, not all of like the red fruits are acidic, but mostly green and purple you want to focus on. So
Okay.
green and purple color, anything green and purple you want to eat. Any vegetable that's white or anything that's white, it carries no nutritional value basically.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
yeah.
So, like onions.
White onions, they carry a little bit, but that is the only thing. But like white rice, that breaks down to nothing but sugar.
Like a white potato.
Yeah, you don't.
You're
That's
better off eating like so. Are sweet potatoes good to eat then?
they're not line, but they're not as acidic as a potato.
Okay,
So yeah.
I see. What about purple potatoes?
Those are actually still starchy. So all
Okay.
potatoes, but again, it's moderation. It's better than a white potato. So
Okay.
don't beat yourself up too much, guys.
Okay, okay. So things like so what if we had brown rice? Is brown rice okay? Is that better for
Um,
us or is that still one of those things that you're like, not really good for you?
it's not really good for you. You want to do quinoa. There's
Okay.
quinoa. There's red quinoa, white, multicolor. So try to stay with the quinoa more than the rice. Just because
Yeah,
all of it breaks down to sugar. So
I see. Okay. Yeah, and sugar feeds cancer.
yeah,
We don't
yep.
like
Trying to
that.
stay away from that.
It does. And sugar is literally a drug to our body. I don't know if people realize that. I mean, you might not understand what it's doing to you on a chemical like level, but it has terrible effects to your body. It's a drug to our body. And I'm not saying I'm perfect and I don't never eat sugar because I'm definitely not, but I'm trying to get like Jules. So
So, and then sugar, don't be scared because there's date sugar and coconut sugar. You
yeah,
just don't want to eat
coconut
that if
sugar
you're
is
healing.
funny tasting, but
It is, but if you're healing, you don't want to eat none of it.
right.
But it's always once you heal, you can come back. I'm living proof because there's agave and there's also date syrup. So
Yeah,
other
yeah,
stuff you
yeah.
can try.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So
Wow.
don't give up, guys. Don't be like, I can't eat anything sweet. You definitely can. So
But the thing about it is, though, is when you do detox from all of the crap that we've been feeding ourselves, you low key don't really probably want a whole lot of sweet stuff anymore. It's probably not as much of a like something that you would go to. It's not really like most of us in America now, our go to things are going to be sweet or salty. You know what I mean? Which are
yep,
both terrible.
yep.
So it's like when you detox from that type of shit, you don't really want it anymore. You kind of just it's kind of it tastes bad to you. So
It's
maybe
basically like it's changing your palate.
yeah,
Cause I for a while like I had cravings.
right. I'm sure.
I just reached for like dates. That was my go-to. So anytime I had sugar, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling the emotion. Drink some water, Jewel. And it's
Hmm.
really like discipline. Like you have to be like,
Yeah.
no, I desire to live over desiring to eat that donut. That's kind of what it was.
Right. Yeah. That's a real thing. And actually, it shouldn't take a person to get to a point where that they are ill to feel that way. Cause like we should all feel that way right now.
That's
Because
true.
we can live a healthy and feeling good lifestyle while we're here on this earth. And we've been conditioned to eat for comfort instead of eating for purpose. And that's like I'm guilty myself, guys. I'm preaching to you guys out there and me for the record. Because I used to be vegan. Now, I've never been a complete alkaline diet. That was probably would have been my next step if I had stuck with being vegan, because like that was something I was really passionate about for a while. And it still is something that I'm passionate about because I still fully believe like we should not eat animals. Like we're not supposed to eat animal products and animals. Like that's something that I definitely agree with. Um, I do eat animals, but I shouldn't eat them. And I felt better when I didn't eat them. Like I just felt better. Like I felt so good when I was vegan. Like it really changes you. I had so much energy and I don't know, man, my skin looked so good. Not that it doesn't, but I'm saying Sorry, girls, but I like meat.
Oh no,
Oh, Crystal said yes, the plastic. Yo, y'all do not understand. If you do not realize plastic is literally poison. Like, I hate plastic. I hate it so bad. It does not biodegrade. It does not break down. It only changes its form. Like it will get harder or smaller or compressed, but it does not go the fuck away. It does not biodegrade, y'all. And it leaches poison into everything that's in it. So if you have a water bottle and it's in your car and it gets warm, throw it away because
please.
it has leached poison into your water and then you're going to drink it. And it is that it causes issues. Women have, it's been known to be linked to, I can't say for sure that it causes it, but it's been known to be linked to things like breast cancer in women, probably testicular cancer in men, so on and so forth, cancers. It's not good, y'all. We should steer clear of plastic as much as we possibly can.
Like, I was at a chiropractor and they told me even with us touching it, you know how we get the plastic bags at the grocery store?
Yes.
Our body is just absorbing that. And when I touch it,
Yes.
I feel it now and I'm like, ew.
God. And then when you think about how many materials that we probably wear and things like that that are made with plastic.
Yeah. And our skin is our biggest organ. So
Yes.
whatever we're putting on it or breathing in is just absorbing it into our bloodstream and it's just ridiculous. Like,
Yes, whatever you put on your body goes in your body.
yeah.
Literally. What is going on here? They need to start putting Miracle Whip and all that stuff back into glass jars. They took everything out of glass and put it into plastic. Yeah, they did that because it was cheaper for them.
Yep.
Too many things were getting broken. Glass is too expensive.
True. Trying to ship stuff and
Yeah, they want to
store it.
transport it halfway across the freaking world. So,
Yeah. Nothing's fresh anymore.
it has nothing to do with what's good for us. It has everything to do with their bottom line.
Yeah.
That's what you guys have to understand is that I always use the term they, but it's whomever it pertains to when I say they. That's what I mean. So in this sense, they happens to be the food industries.
True.
It is in their best interest for you to be addicted to whatever they sell, and for it to last as long as possible on the shelf, and for it to look good when you open it, and for it to taste good. The nutritional value of it is not at all their priority.
No.
They know that if they get you to eat a ho-ho, that motherfucker is going to trigger receptors in your brain to excite you and make you feel happy and joyful and elated.
Yeah.
So you're going to come back and keep buying them because they feel good when you eat them, even if you don't realize it. That's what I'm saying is we don't realize that what's happening because we don't necessarily feel different, but your body knows, and it does trigger things. So you'll notice if you get to craving some candy and you can't find it.
You're gonna be going to 3 stores to look for.
Like crack, man. That shit is legal crack.
It was. I remember, like, even with you fasting, the cravings become intense. So something you haven't ate maybe for 3 years ago, your body will remember because it's releasing it.
Wow.
And your body will remember it and start to crave it. And you're like, if you fight it off, it gets easier each time.
Right.
So I remember just like fasting 104 days on just hot food or cold food. And my body it got to a point where it wasn't craving sugar, but it was craving the hot alkaline food then. And I'm like, dang, my body doesn't even think about that other food anymore.
You're thinking about some hot squash.
Yeah. Oh, the first thing hot I ate, it was some hot squash, and I can taste it still. Like, oh my gosh.
They're like, oh, it's so good.
Oh, it was like the best thing ever.
It was the best squash that you ever had, girl.
Yes, it was.
Okay, what about
But
nuts? Are nuts, can you eat nuts?
yes, so walnuts and Brazilian nuts are the go-to, and you want to keep hemp seeds and I can never say this, sesame seeds. I never say that
Oh,
right.
sesame?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I always say it's sesame for some. They're like,
That's
you're not
cute. I
saying.
like the sesame. I like
I feel like it's fancy, so
it does sound fancier than sesame. Yeah.
yeah. But those four things are like rotation and keep them in your diet.
Okay.
Hemp seeds as well. Those as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But not cashews, not almonds.
No, almond has soy in it, and it actually is acidic.
Almonds
So
have soy in them?
yes,
Girl,
yep.
stop,
So
because I drink almond milk. I'm about
I,
to. Ooh,
that's why I try not to tell nobody.
no, you gotta tell me this because I'm trying to be better.
Okay. But I don't want anybody eating air. Like it's nothing gonna be left but air.
And the air is sprayed with chemtrails, so we're fucked.
Exactly. So I'm like, eat what listen, if we can get y'all off of eating just meat and dairy, that's a
Right.
step down. Like I know it's hard to eat alkaline just because I've done it for so long, especially on a budget with a family.
Yeah.
It's doable, but there's times where you gotta buy that almond milk because them hemp seeds are way too expensive to make milk from. So
Right.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So don't beat yourself up because then you're gonna put it in your mind you're gonna develop an eating disorder.
Oh,
So don't
yeah,
do that.
nah. I'm a fat girl. I can't do all that. I'm just gonna be like, I'm so sorry every time I drink it.
It listen,
But
it
you know
don't
what
even
I
do
have noticed is that
that.
I get that same mucusy when I
Yeah,
drink the almond milk that I was getting with cow's milk.
yeah.
That I get
It
when I eat meat. That what I get when I eat anything that's not good for me. Do y'all notice that? Do y'all
yeah.
notice that? You might
Mhm.
not realize it, but next time you drink some milk, if you drink cow's milk, or apparently if you drink almond milk, is it oat milk too? What milks can we
Yes.
drink? Is it like coconut milk?
You can drink coconut milk. It's just hard to find it without sugar.
Okay.
They add sugar in it. Um, so the less processed you can find, the better. So if you make it
Right.
yourself, it's the best.
Right.
But coconut milk or walnut milk, they do have that on Amazon. I haven't seen it in the stores, but I have seen it on Amazon to order. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
And they do make a hemp seed milk.
Yes, they do. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that before. They say that in like Whole Foods I've seen.
Yep. Make
That
sure it's not a high sugar content in there though.
okay. See, I'm like I like unsweetened milks. I don't know, like my almond milk is unsweetened. I don't know.
Yep. Even there, they'll put some sugar in it, so you
Yeah,
got to
right.
be
They'll
they'll
sneak some
slip it in
sugar in
there.
any way they can,
hmm Try to
huh?
get you hooked on it. Like anything that has sugar in it, it's the purpose of getting you addicted to it. So
Which, by the way, I don't know if y'all realize this, but they do put sugar in cow's milk. It has a ton of sugar in it. It has like almost as much sugar in it as a soda.
ew, ew, ew,
Ugh, ugh.
ew.
I haven't drank that stuff in so many years. Like I can't even stomach it. Like
Me either. I haven't drunk it, and it's going on eight. It'll be 8 years. So even as a kid, I was like lactose. I couldn't eat cheese
mm,
and milk. I did it
okay,
anyways, so it made
right.
me real sick. But getting older, I learned like, okay, I didn't eat cheese from like 21 to like till I turned alkaline. So I did dabble in it, which always made me sick. And I'm like, I wasn't putting it together until I got really sick. And then when I stopped everything, it's like, Jewel, now you can do whatever you want to do. Just stop eating that stuff. Like, that's it.
See, I need to literally take my trash can and throw my entire cupboards away.
I
If you
do that to like all my clients. I come in and they're like, I'm like, okay, so don't feel violated now, but I'm gonna go in the refrigerator and I'm throwing
and it's
everything
gonna
away.
be bare when I'm finished.
And the men, they're usually the ones that are shocked, like, oh my God, I have
Yeah.
no food left. And I'm like, well, I told you that. So,
Everything you're eating is trash for you. It's
mm,
so sad because they lie to us so much about our foods. Like the thing about it is they know what is good for us. They know what's not good for us. And they have chosen to teach us to eat poorly
yeah.
because it keeps them rich. There's no money in healthy people, but there's a fucking shit ton of money in sick people or people that are almost sick.
Yeah.
And most of us are almost sick. We're on the verge
Yeah.
because if it just takes we're like one cheeseburger away from tipping over to the side of sick. And I say that jokingly, but I'm serious at the same time. Um, so like the more we can fight that battle, like you said, it's a battle of will. Like the more that you can fight that battle of the urge to want to eat the stuff that tastes good
Mhm.
to us only because we're trained to think it tastes good and we've trained our bodies to love it. We're
Mhm.
addicted to it at this point. Um, we can switch and become addicted to things that are good for us, which by the way are taste good too.
They do.
Healthy food tastes really good. I love healthy food. My mom, when I was a little girl, I remember I told her I wanted to be a vegetarian, and she was like, "I'm not going to buy special food just because you don't want to eat meat." But she
Mm,
didn't know any better.
yeah,
We
true.
didn't know. We were taught this food pyramid. You know,
Yep.
as long as you keep the sugars and the fats down to a little bit, oh, you're good, you know? And what's the bottom? The bottom is meat
Yep.
and
You want
dairy and shit.
everything. Uh,
Gosh. They
uh,
had us duped from the beginning. Y'all, look at what your kids are eating in school right now. They
uh,
feed them shit. The
uh,
stuff they're feeding them, y'all, is trash. Trash. If that's all your kid can eat because motherfuckers can't afford food, then I feel it. More power to you. I'm not talking shit about anybody, but I'm saying if you can do something about it,
uh,
send your child with a lunch
that's true.
because man, sheesh. EJP Entertainment says hemp milk is good. I never had hemp milk before. Have you had
Yeah,
hemp milk?
I actually make my own hemp milk.
Okay.
I have for a while now, and I feel like, back in the day when they did deliveries with the milk on the trucks,
Yeah.
that's kind of the feeling I get when I eat or drink hemp milk. It's like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. Like, and it
Okay.
feels like I feel like I get minerals. I feel like it helps my bones. It's just not that I get enough of it. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try some hemp milk. That sounds I like the way that you explained that. It made it sound inviting because we definitely don't help our bones with cow's milk at all. We actually take calcium from our bones with cow's milk because it makes your body freak out. And to
it's
counteract
very
your body freaking out, the chemical reaction from the milk, it pulls calcium from your bones. So the more they're telling you that drink milk, it makes your bones strong, they were lying to you. It was actually making your bones weak. Or
very,
yeah,
and it,
people
it
people
actually,
definitely
sorry.
should learn to grow their own food. I agree.
And it's really like acidic. So, like it really does nothing for our body. So I kind of do that in the color wheel. So like white, you just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of tell people to look at the color wheel. So if it is more of greens and purple, stay away from it. Like the white, you really don't want to eat anything white, like cauliflower. Like it's not bad. So again, if you're hungry and you see cauliflower wings on the menu and versus chicken, go for the cauliflower wings every time.
Right.
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 But it's just about remember you if you want to go further and you can stay away from the white. Anything white, you don't want to eat it.
Okay. Okay. So you want to just add color to your diet, as much color as possible.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned like the greens and the purples. What about like orange stuff, like carrots?
So carrots are actually acidic as well. They're a hybrid plant. So when you go alkaline, you want to eat more original. It's basically like going back to origin, is how you put it when you go in alkaline. You are literally resetting your body back to the origin before you did all the damage.
Mm.
And to do that, you have to eat original, so not hybrid stuff.
So like when you say original,
Mhm.
what does that mean?
So carrots are a hybrid plant. It is two different plants that were kind of bred together to make a carrot. I believe it is a yam and something else.
Probably like a
That
turnip or something, huh?
I think so. Yep,
Seems like it would be.
yep. And that is kind of changing our DNA. So you just want to eat something that is not hybrid.
How do
So
we know? How do we know if something's a like an original like plant?
well, that's where the alkaline come in. That's why Dr. Sebi has his list because he knows
Mm,
for a fact those plants are original.
okay.
There are alkaline foods outside of his list. That are some are hybrid and some of them are original. He just didn't get a chance to work as long as he should have.
Right.
He should have been here still adding to that list and changing it and updating it. But
Right. Because didn't he say
it
spinach
is
is a
hybrid.
yeah, is a hybrid too. It's not we
No,
shouldn't eat spinach either, should we?
no, we should be
Yeah.
eating dandelion greens, turnips.
Dandelion greens are good.
I love them. And then kale, it is actually a hybrid, but it does carry nutritional value. So Dr. CB, he didn't want to like have it so we weren't eating anything.
Right.
So he had to put something that was the foods that were less detrimental to our healing process. So that's kind of that's where he left off at. I do want to start with though, as Dr. CB being my mentor, I love him, but it dates back to a man called Ernest. I forgot his name, but he invented the mucusless diet, and this was back in about I think the 1930s. And he has multiple books on the alkaline diet, something called the mucusless diet, that I've studied quite a bit. And he also talks about acidic and alkaline foods, but it's a little less detailed as far as Dr. Sebi. But this was back in the 1930s, 1920s.
Mm.
So this is not new at all.
No, it's
They
definitely
just took
not.
it away from us, and now they're
Right.
trying to keep it from us. But
Right.
that's why I love and appreciate you for having me because it gives us a chance to spread this knowledge more. So I really appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you coming through because we need this knowledge. Girl, we need you. You are our Dr. CB. For real, Dr. Jewel.
Thank you.
Man, seriously. I wanted to be a holistic doctor. That was like something that I aspired to for years
Never too
to
late.
be. So to this day still study, you know what I mean? Like taking care of our bodies and healing ourselves. And it's literally like I swear to y'all, like you have to understand that 100% is about your diet. Like I know they say that things are hereditary, but you can literally change pretty much anything that's even considered to be hereditary. You can stop it because just because you're predisposed to something doesn't mean you have to actually get it and accept that. Like you can change these things. I mean, Jewel, you're like living proof. I think Crystal was on here and said she was living proof as well of changing her diet. You know, you can change your diet and change your entire life. Like you can go from being on tons of medication and being sick to being on zero medication and being the healthiest you've ever been.
Yeah, and I do want to press an issue. So with my spine issue, um, for years they medicated me because I had back pain. If
Mm,
they would have sent me to the chiropractor, I would have
mm.
never been on the medications in my life ever.
Wow.
Um, so I call it sick care, not health care.
It is. I call it the wealth care system, so I feel you, girl. Because it's definitely not about health. It's all about wealth.
Because they definitely don't want to heal us.
No, they don't even know how to heal us.
No, they don't. And they don't even talk about food and diet. They just give you a pill if you say you're nauseous. They don't tell you to take ginger because it will help stimulate your digestive system.
Right.
You just give me a nausea pill that gives me a headache, and then I have to take Tylenol because my head hurts. So,
Right. Exactly. There's always a pill to cover up the symptoms from the last pill. And those pills are killing people because there's so much poison in them. It's literally not meant for us. It's not
yes.
meant for us, y'all. We are meant to eat our medicine as our food.
Yeah. And I do want to throw in, if you guys are sick or if you are struggling with health issues, I used to be on 28 medications that they told me I would die on.
Mm,
I have been off medications for about, it's going to be 7 years in July. So,
wow. That's awesome. I'm super happy for you.
thank you. I
For
want you
real.
guys to know that there's a herb for everything out there.
Yes.
So, even if you're addicted to something, there is ways to get off of it. Because I
Mm,
was 80 pounds taking fentanyl, morphine, and Percocet.
mm.
So, like, I know the addiction route too. I was addicted to pain medication because I was
You
in
were
so
in
much pain.
pain.
Yes,
And
yep.
that
And
stuff will
then
tear your body up.
I think that contributed to having the cancer as well, because it kept me constipated. Um,
Mm,
so I was going to the bathroom once a week. That's another thing.
that's
You want to
not.
go to the bathroom 3 times a day, no matter if you're eating 3 times a day, you need to go to the bathroom 3 times a day.
Hmm.
Because if you go once and you're eating 3 times a day, you have 2 meals sitting in your stomach.
And that's toxin. It's poison. Our body releases it because it's toxin.
Yep, yep. So you want to get it out as soon as possible, especially if you eat meat and it's just fermenting in your stomach and it's not coming out. That's not you're got a festering of parasites and
Literally.
you don't want that.
Y'all, red meat, like beef, stays in your stomach for like up to 5 days.
Yes, ew.
Which I'm not, I'm telling you, I'm guilty myself. I'm not an innocent, I'm not a saint in this. I'm trying to be, though. I'm working real hard to be the shepherd, okay?
You gonna get there as long as you're not beating yourself up and you just taking one step a day,
No,
you're gonna
I
get
need to
there.
start, though. I haven't even started. I need to literally put myself on this path of, I'm beating myself up right now.
Don't
I'm
do
still at the
that.
beating myself up moment.
Don't do that. Just start. Just pick a day and take like everything starts with a thought. So once you get your thought going, you're gonna be able to do it because our minds are it's
Yeah.
mind over matter basically. So
Yeah. I remember when I switched to being vegan, I literally went in with a garbage bag and I just started throwing things in the garbage bag. And I threw away like 4 garbage bags full of food. Like I was just like, fuck it, that's it. I'm done with all this processed food, all forks over knives. Have you ever seen the documentary
no,
Forks Over Knives?
scare me.
That documentary, I was like,
I stopped it a few times. I had
I
to be
can't eat meat anymore.
seeing it. It made me cry. I had to stop watching it for it because I'm sensitive. So I'm like, mm-mm.
Cause that's some real shit, man. I
They
watched
showed me.
lives change on that show.
they showed you why you don't want to eat that. That is a very good place to start. So
It is.
yeah.
I should go back and watch it again.
It will change your mind. It'll have you thinking like, okay, looking at the meat different,
You know
like,
what? Matter of fact. Oh, okay. We got some comments here. What Linda asked, what about tomatoes? Do you eat tomatoes?
yes, I only eat cherry tomatoes and plum tomatoes. So
Okay, cherry tomatoes and plum tomatoes.
yeah, those are only two.
And let's see here. EJP Entertainment said that's why the pharma industry is only considered a practice. Yeah, the pharma industry is some
That's
vampires, y'all. They vampires. They just want your money and your health.
yeah,
Christopher Jackson said, I think it's partly this goal to push science of the body forward, and things have gone too far in that endeavor. It's an interesting perspective.
yeah.
They do love to experiment on people, don't they?
Feel like I was an experiment my whole life, so that's true. I
I
remember I
mean,
used to take
yeah.
medications before they were out, and then I
Mm.
would see the commercial for them when I was a kid. Like after I've been on them for like a year, and I'd be like, "What the? Was I just an experiment real quick? Like, hold on."
Yeah, you may be entitled to.
One of those, like, and then I started getting older. I'm like, "Oh, I had this medication before it was even approved. That's crazy."
That is crazy. You know, I think about stuff like that with birth control too, because I've not taken medications like that. I've always been funny about going to the doctor. I never liked doctors.
Mhm.
I was born like that. I don't know. I was born not trusting them. I had this innate sense of distrust for quite a few things, and one of those things is doctors. Um, but I forgot what I was going to say.
It is okay.
I was gonna say something. It'll come back to me, y'all. Don't you worry.
Just think about it. Um, but one of the biggest things I want to like tell you guys, CBD oil and THC, that is something you can use for pain that was has been a real help on my journey.
Yeah.
So, anytime I feel pain, I won't reach for anything but that. Also there is Soursop, which helped me. I did speak on it earlier, but that helps with any type of pain as well.
Hmm.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Soursop. How does one consume soursop? What is it a like a supplement or
So the leaf and the fruit both basically do the same. The fruit is very sweet and I love it. It's amazing in smoothies by itself.
okay.
It is like it would be if I had to explain it like an apple and a pear together.
Oh, yum.
And so it's amazing. And then I also make a fish, like an alkaline fish out of it. So you can bread it and then make it into like a fish, and it's so amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the leaf, you can drink it as a tea, and the leaf is something that I make in capsule form for a lot
Oh,
of my
okay.
cancer patients that um just don't like taking tea. A lot of them don't like drinking tea, and we are conditioned for pills.
Hmm.
So the capsule is more in their routine and it's easier for them.
Right.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I give it to them just for those purposes as well. But the leaf in tea form, it'll change your life because you can fast on just soursop as well.
Oh,
Like,
like eating it and drinking the tea?
yep, yep. And
Nice.
that will kind of kill a lot of it will kill a lot of the cancer cells and it will still give you the electrolytes and minerals you need. So,
Oh, okay. I see. That's what's up. Nice. Dang. And we can literally like we don't have to eat all the shit we be eating, y'all. We be eating too much food as it is. Me too. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I was talking about birth control. I never really took medications, but I was when I was younger on birth control. And before I found out how fucking deadly that shit is for us. Holy crap. Y'all, the number one cause of cancer in women is artificial hormones. And that is exactly what the fuck birth control is. It's an artificial hormone. Stop taking it. Please stop taking birth control. For the love of all things bodily, stop taking birth control.
Take some black walnut hull if you have to.
Talk to your body too.
Me too. Take care of yourself. Take care of your womb. Detox your womb. Yanni steam.
Yeah.
Castor oil packs. Take care of your womb. We only get one, lady. So.
Man, for real. And they would love to take that mug from you.
Yeah, they're in here inseminating wombs into males, and they're having babies.
They're taking them out of women and putting them in guys. So, which I don't know.
That is so creepy. The things that are going on is just like, guys, do not let them change your DNA with this food. Let's try to stay on the planet and just kind of fight that off. We can win. We just have to have more discipline, y'all.
Definitely. And the things that we're eating now are keeping us slow. It keeps us, our mental slow, our body slow, our healing slow. Nah, we have to do better, all of us. We could do it together. Maybe we should do that kind of challenge, y'all. We always see all these other fucking dumbass challenges. All these facial recognition challenges and who's my kids challenges. Let's do a health challenge and start eating better. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think about having a health challenge?
We should do that.
I eat better challenge.
I like that. I eat better. That's a dope challenge.
Yeah, we could definitely do that, man. I'm with it.
I'm definitely with it too. We need it. More togetherness is definitely a plus.
Mm-hmm. And that it gives us something to people to lean on too if we do it together. We already have a pro in the house. If you guys want more information, she has a whole academy. You can join the academy and learn everything.
Well, check us out on www.alkacademy.com. We're on Facebook, Alkaline Academy. And I am Jewel. I do have a book again. It's called Acidic to Alkaline. I will be dropping another book and some candles here in about a week or two. It'll be a herbal coloring book, so you can learn the herbs and also color. So I just trying to get creative to get more people involved in everything.
Nice. So the website, y'all, www.alkacademy.com. It's across the bottom of the screen there. You guys can write that down and go check her out. Go get into the academy. Start learning how you can take the steps. Like she said, you don't have to do it all overnight. Like you don't have to be a crazy person like me and throw all your groceries away. Okay. You can literally take steps to fixing yourself or maybe even just do it like she did and say, fuck it, and fast and get your whole body balanced back to what's going on to, oh yeah, let me feed you normal now. Like how you're supposed to eat. Yeah. We can do this. Acidic to Alkaline. That's her book, y'all. Go check it out. Where can we get the book at?
You can get it on my website. It's also on Amazon as well. So either one.
Sweet. Very cool. She has a Facebook page, you guys, Alkaline Academy. Make sure you guys go like that. I really appreciate you coming through tonight, man. You gave us so much knowledge, Goddess. Thank you so much. Much gratitude to you.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Peace and love.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for coming through tonight. It's Monday. It's Monotfahme. It's what we do. I love this healing series. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If there's something else that you guys want to talk about, if there's something in healing that you'd like to talk about, please hit me up and let me know. You guys can follow Monotfahme anywhere on social media. It's Monotfahme, exactly how it's spelled there. Otherwise, my name is Melody Waters, and I'm not hard to find. You can follow me everywhere at I am Melody Waters. And that's it. We'll see y'all back here next Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monotfahme Monday. Let's get it, y'all. Thank you so much, Jewel. We appreciate you, Goddess. Peace, y'all.